like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications. Once you're done, leave a comment down below, and I just might end up responding. 5 changes Paul Heyman has already made to Monday Night Raw. Number 5. Actual heels looking strong. One of the biggest issues in WWE over the past few months has been the real lack of stakes in the rivalries, which has been caused by the fact that the company barely has any heels, and the ones that it does have never seemed to get the upper hand. However, this week on Raw, the script was flipped and the heels were given a real purpose and were made to actually look like dominant, legitimate threats, with Samoa Joe choking out Kofi Kingston, looking like a man who could be a future WWE champion, as well as that WWE had AJ Styles turn heel and reuniting with the club. This means that Gallows and Anderson now actually have a reason to turn up to work each week, and AJ can once again show the world just how good he is when the fans boo him. With top heels being established for both shows, the company will be able to move forwards in a more positive direction with storytelling each week. Number 4. Faster pace. One of the biggest notable changes might not have seemed like a big deal to many, and some may not have even caught on to it, but the entire show was done at a much faster pace, moving from segment to segment much easier than in recent months. Instead of things dragging on for the sake of it, like the opening Falls Count Anywhere match, WWE kept it to the point and sold the damage of it all. Moving quickly from each moment allowed the show to fly by for the viewer, rather than feeling like a 3-hour slog. While it's tough to do that every week, with so many hours of content to fill, WWE did a superb job this time out, and hopefully something that we'll be able to maintain moving forwards. Number 3. Mike and Maria Kanellis storyline. Ever since Mike and Maria Kanellis were brought back into WWE, they have struggled to find their place in the company, but after an impressive run on 205 Live, the couple finally made their way back to Monday Night Raw this week. WWE opted to start a very interesting storyline that is certainly not something we have come to expect in the PG era, with Maria admitting she is pregnant, but now with Mike's child, claiming she's ashamed of him, already being the father to her daughter. This is potentially a very edgy storyline, and is something that we haven't seen from WWE in quite some time. But it will certainly be interesting if WWE can keep it up and give fans a reason to care about both characters. Number 2. Falls Count Anywhere Chaos. Arguably the biggest talking point from this week's Raw came from the opening segment of the show, where Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley collided in a Falls Count Anywhere matchup. Starting the show with a match rather than a long 20-minute promo was already an improvement, but then the match itself, which is more of an all-out brawl, was incredibly entertaining. Seeing the two men actually fight all around the arena in backstage areas that we have never seen before during these types of matches made things feel very fresh and unique, keeping the fans intrigued throughout. With totally different camera angles and shots, the match came to an end when the two men charged through the LED board, not just damaging it, but totally smashing it to pieces with huge pyro going off to really sell the extent of the damage caused. Number 1. Swearing. Finally, the last major notable change came during the show's opening segment after Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley had crashed through the LED board, as Corey Graves screamed "holy shit" during the microphone. For a long time now, swearing has been a big no-no for the commentators, and any accidental words would normally have been caught and bleeped out for TV. However, this line felt very intentional, as there was a long enough break after the big spot before Graves said anything. While there wasn't any swearing for the rest of the show, the fact that WWE did it and kept it in was significant, as it really helped sell the severity of the situation. If WWE can keep doing this every now and then, when there's a big moment that is worthy of it, then it can really enhance the product. What do you make of the changes on Raw this week? Let us know in the comment section below.